How you want to start?
From the beginning. Reggae is a people music. People coming together.
Ooh, yeah.
You know you're a superstar.
All right, well, jamming.
I'm a superstar.
I wanna jam it with you. And say no vow. We can do it anyhow. Jam it till the jam is through.
There's a war going on.
We're jamming.
You can't separate the music and the message.
'Cause every day we pay the price.
And what is the message?
Sacrifice.
Peace.
Oh, life is worth much more than gold.
Bob, they try to kill you and your wife. And now you're choosing to return to Jamaica to play a peace concert? Don't you fear for your life?
So we gonna walk through the roads of creation.
My life is not important to me.
Are you satisfied
My life is for people.
with the life you're living?
Do you really think this world will make it?
Yes. There's no other way.
Exodus,
That's the source of your strength.
we know where we're from. We're leaving Babylon. We're going to our fatherland. We know where we're going. We know where we're from. Open your eyes and look within. Now, 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 now. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with the life you're living?
One love, one heart, one destiny.
Okay, welcome back to our second session of Reggae University for today. The title is Booster Shot, after a song by Chi Ching Ching. And we are going to look at the current state of dancehall with Chi Ching Ching, Donna Hope, Joshua, Article Wholeness, and then the team is Pierre, at the very, from your side, it's the left. He is a radio host from Bologna, Italy. Next to him is David Katz from London. He is the author of the biography of Lee Scratch Perry, People Funny Boy. Next to me is Ellen Köhlings, and I'm Pete Lilly. We are both from Rhythm Magazine in Cologne, Germany.
Yeah.
Let me say a few words to our special guests on the panel, starting with the dancehall phenomenon Chi Ching Ching, who has many talents. The self-described chainsaw man says about himself that it is his aim to make people happy. He started out as a dancer at street dances in Kingston, where he would take the mic and entertain the crowd with his jokes and street slangs. Then he turned his talent as a comedian to music, scoring hits like Rope, Way Up, Stay Up, Turn Down for What, Callaloo, and Breadfruit, and many others. Ching is signed to Sean Paul's Stutty Rock label and will soon release his sophomore album, Golden Spring. Welcome, Ching.
Yes, thanks for having me. Ching, 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 ching.
That's the chainsaw.
That's the chainsaw, man. Yes.
Next to Ching is
Yeah.
Donna Hope, who is a professor of culture, gender, and society at the University of the West Indies in Mona, Kingston. She is the founder and executive director of the Dancehall Archive, organized several international reggae conferences. Among her publications are classics like Inner the Dancehall and Man Vibes on Masculinities in the Dancehall. Today, is it today the publishing date of your new book?
It's maybe like last week. It's the first time seeing the book today.
Well, she just recently published, together with Carla Lamoy from Mexico, the bilingual book, Spanish and English, Dancehall Queen, Erotic Subversion, which focuses on the dancehall phenomenon. And then next to Donna is the Birmingham-based Joshua Article Wholeness, who has also various talents. He is a rapper, educator, and curator. He says his focus is on contextualizing word, sound, and power in a modern world. He has used music to spread positive vibes and unite audiences. In 2012, he even performed alongside Wu-Tang Clan and Dead Press. And he curated and narrated the film that we just saw, Strictly Prohibited, which was screened before the session. Welcome, Joshua.
Bless the love, Rototom.
In the film Strictly Prohibited, we just learned about a radio ban in Jamaica for songs about drugs, violence, and any illegal activities like scamming, which is a current topic in, common topic in current trap dancehall, as it's called now. In the film, quite a few people voiced their doubt that this radio ban would have any impact on the music. I would like to ask Donna, as a dancehall scholar, what did the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica hope to achieve with this ban, and what impact does it actually have now? It's a year later now.
Almost a year, October 2022. Thanks, Pete, and of course, big up to the Massive. Thanks for coming by, and I hope more people pass by. But the Broadcasting Commission is the authority that regulates the free-to-air radio and television spectrum. So they're really in charge of radio and TV that the government is responsible for. So when they issue a ban, for example, on music, it really is about ensuring that the music is not played on free-to-air radio that they have control over, but also to send a kind of signal to the society that this is not something that the government, people in authority, want to have spread across the society. In terms of the impact of it, as you saw on the film, the impact is limited and has been limited. As a matter of fact, what often happens is that the songs that are banned, get more popular in the streets. Young people listen to them more of them are produced, and there's a kind of, it creates a kind of resistance politics in the music. So songs are created against the Broadcasting Commission in a lot of ways, pushing back against that. So this is what actually happened as well with this particular ban last year.
Joshua, what was the purpose of making this film, and what were the challenges making it?
Genuinely, the film was created as a creative response, really. We'd taken a trip to Jamaica to do other business, and the ban had happened during the time of us making the flight, and we knew that we wanted to document something. We knew we wanted to tell a story, and it was like perfect timing at the time for that to happen. It was like, bang, there's our subject matter. It was the hot topic that I was hearing from the artists and the people that I was talking to at the time. And obviously, us coming from the UK, we found it highly interesting, as a lot of the stories, messages, modern culture that we hear, we do receive through the music in the UK. So me and my team, we was really interested by it. And as we began to have conversations with people, as we began to move around and talk, we realized that we had a subject, you know what I mean? There was a subject there and there was something to talk about. In regards to the challenges, I find the challenges were only personal, in the sense of like, I had preconceptions about the way how artists would feel and the way society would potentially feel towards the band, but I was very surprised by how the artists felt towards it. And like a lot of the themes that were spoken about in the film, they were saying like radio isn't necessarily relevant to them in the moment, which was a highlighting subject. The growth of Spotify, streaming, just the independence of young artists. It was a really interesting response that we got back. We never really had an agenda or what we wanted to say. We just wanted to hear from people what their beliefs were.
I noticed that you talk to like reggae artists like Yardcore and Samorai, but not to the DJs in question, that their songs, whose songs are actually played or were played on the radio before the ban, like the Skilly, the Skeng, the Squash, whoever.
I mean,
was that a challenge, or was that on purpose that you didn't talk to them?
No. What it was, I mean, even if you look at the footage, there was a lot of space of us moving around. A lot of those people, I work quite closely with Skeng, other artists that I see regular. But what I found is that there's more of a resistance to talk in that sense. I think people would be more confident to let music speak for themselves and their identity to speak on their stance politically of how they feel. Another theme that came out while making the film was modern cancel culture, almost. People wanting to air their opinions and say how they feel about society, but feeling how the remnants of them saying that is going to hinder their career potentially, how people might not support them and how they're dealing with that fallout. We do have intentions to go back. I spent a lot of time in Jamaica. We do want to explore the subject further. We wasn't really, like what I said, we never really knew what subject we had, and we never knew how much people wanted to talk either until we started to talk to people. So that's really inspired us also to delve deeper into subjects that we kind of touched on in that short film. It was intended to be a 15-minute pilot as well, so we didn't really go there with like a budget or nothing like that. A lot of the people who you're seeing there, they're my actual friends, do you know what I mean? And people that I connect with personally, so they were really willing to just bless us with their opinions naturally, like how they would, how we're sharing information now.
All right, thank you. Ching, as a dancehall artist yourself, how do you feel about this ban? And since you're doing like more positive type of dancehall, I guess it wouldn't affect you anyways, would it?
Well, there are a lot of things going on where you have to keep a close eye on, you know? The younger generation doing their thing is a whole maze to them. So it's like a trend to them. So if them now put certain lyrics in them track, them believe it now work, you know, it can't work for who are listen for them music. So it's like them not get a reality check, say the music is wider than just them friend listening or them are going with or just somebody in a small community around the corner. So we know as an artist now, we have to show them the vision and make them know say music is wider than them just in a Jamaica singing for Portland or singing for just Ochi alone or get me I say or just a sing for a little fraction of people. So sometimes, every time me catch one of them ears for reason with them, because sometimes them hard for like, you see them for can reason with them once I get a chance to reason with them. And that's what know me doing me have to do. That's what me show them say, yo, music is wider than just singing for right here, so. So you have to put certain things in your song where you can reach out to the mass. Whereas if you have a gathering of people who are listening you seriously now, if you're never serious, you have to get serious now, you know? And me know say music is about enjoyment, living life, and thus music is teaching. So when you put in certain things in your music and I teach a younger generation, them are going to adapt it and start doing what them I hear you as somebody with them look up to doing. See me? So that's just the young world right now. So them are focused right now and that's how them brain are work. So we know as the artists them are bigger than them now have to tell them say, yo, all of this in the song don't really make no sense. So sometimes when them come to me, sometimes them have a new song and them want me listening, I tell them say, yeah, all right, the song nice, but more you take out right here so, fix right here so, and try turn right to so make it sound like that. Some of them will listen, some we say a foolishness, may I say. So may I try to help who want to be helped or who want to listen. You get me? From me started out, my music is alcohol free, down to the kids can have it. So when I try to put a song out, I visualize the whole family to listen to it, you know. But sometimes style them kind of go overboard a little bit, but not too much. Because sometimes I'm the one who create the phrase and then I create the song for it. So I will come and say detail. So my new slogan right now is detail. It means when you clean and you come out, you just put your phone on you and I say, detail, check your detail, check your detail. So, me creating a song for that now. I just continue saying the phrase until people catch on to it and like it, and then I do a song for it. So when I just check your detail now, then I come out and say, check it, detail, check it. You understand? So, I just try to keep the music clean, where everybody can have it. So any space I'm going and I can operate and I can sing for even the children, the grandparents, with parents, or auntie, niece, the nephew. So I just try to make my music go right across the board and just make everybody full joy themselves. It's a task to walk on in the world right now, or we keep continue push on, you know? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Donna, as the scholar on the panel, can you describe in how far dancehall has changed over the last couple of years? I think the pandemic, during that time, quite a lot has happened, that the Broadcasting Commission of Jamaica even came up with this idea, even considered to come up with a ban.
Well, I have been working with dancehall for quite some time, several decades, because I grew up listening to dancehall and a fan of dancehall, and then began writing about dancehall. And so I've been following dancehall and tracking dancehall, for example, since King Yellowman's days. And dancehall of the 1990s is my era, the big 90s, dancehall culture, some of those big names. But what has happened is that, and what both Joshua and Ching are talking about, is that the way that the music is produced has changed. The way how an artist boss come to prominence, get famous has changed. And the role of, for example, radio in this kind of framework is almost negligible. Radio is still important because in Jamaica, when your song plays on the radio, you get a kind of legitimacy. It signs you off in the society in a lot of ways. So it's not that it isn't valuable, but not as it used to be, where it was the only way that an artist could get out there. So the cycle of production has changed, where people now are able to send a rhythm on a phone, your voice in your bedroom, you stay in there all night, the music goes into the parties, you wake up and go out and you're famous. You have no community. And what used to happen is that the artist would build the tune by going to studio, bleach, stay out, beg a bly, get a voice, follow sound system, spend hours and hours begging a bly till they get on a tune. Then the song would be prepared, it would go in the streets, they'd be all over the streets with the music. It eventually goes on radio. They get a big bus, They are famous, and in all of that, the community of people from those different areas, including their own communities, and the kind of unity with artists, even artists who seem to be in competition on stage. A lot of unity. They would eat together, cook food together, wash them car together, go barber together, go party together. On stage, they are competing. But in a lot of ways, it's different now. So people are more separated from each other. They are very individualistic. They can depend on Spotify and YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and whatever to get the music out. So they are very insular. And so a lot of what is happening is that they feel like almost like the silos, and they feel very special. So a lot of times they wouldn't probably want to hear what an artist who is further ahead in their career has to say. And so the themes have changed. In a piece of work I did in 2011, I talk about the 6 Gs plus others that are the main themes of dancehall. Guns, aka violence and aggression, garrison or ghetto or gully, the poverty in the inner city, the kind of gal, we call it the gal team, the girl team, which is all the things tied up with, the female reproductive organ, all of these kind of things. The God in all the forms, Jah, Jesus, Jah, all the different forms, gays, this kind of reflection on male homosexuality, it comes out in different ways. And of course, and ganja, always. All forms of Jamaican music have spoken about ganja in all kinds of ways. Very big theme in the music. And then they talk about money, bling bling, materialism, get rich. We must come out of poverty and buy mama a big house. And of course, so that materialistic theme and themes like the mama is a big theme in dancehall. Because women are very important in the lives of men who come from the inner cities and working class. They are the people who carry them into life. They are the people who carry them into manhood by becoming mothers of their children and turning them into fathers. Very important crossover for many men. And so these themes are still there. But during COVID and the kind of reliance on this internet and this cyberspace, and again, this isolation and the cementing of some of the new themes that come out in trap dancehall, like the scamming and the chopping and all of the phone, they talk about the phone a lot, the internet a lot, they use all of these terminologies. Very important. And what happened in Jamaica as well is that COVID, as we'll say, it sped a lot of things up. Things got much faster in terms of how it changed. So a lot of themes are coming out in the music now that very explicit that were once not talked about. You listen to the songs, they have a formula for these songs. They had a formula for the ones in the 80s and in the 90s. So the formula is different. Still similar in a lot of ways. So they talk about money, which is chopping and scamming, getting rich, fast, quick. They talk about cars. BMWs are still important. Have always been. Bad man, wagon, bad BMW, whatever the terms. They talk about the houses, the liquor, everything. They talk about the women. It's the same theme, but they are using different terms. They talk about sex, and there's a lot of focus now on oral sex. Huge conversation that was not there before in that way. So there's a lot of explicitness in that regard. And a lot of young people, like their late teens, are busing very big because the internet allows them to bust without having to go on a stage show. So we now have a lot of artists who can't perform on stage very well because they haven't been through that cycle of development. So they are big, and then they have to learn how to perform. So it's a very interesting phenomena, but they have millions of followers. The streams are hitting millions on the different social media platforms. They are monetizing their brands in different ways. So it has changed a lot, but in a lot of ways, some of the key themes are still the same. They just sound different.
Can I add to that as well? I think that's an excellent. I think COVID is a massive theme in modern dancehall right now, and an influence. Like I said, I do different things. I work in record labels. I'm an artist. I do films now, apparently. Like there's like lots of different media forms that I kind of experiment and I'm a part of. And what I found with COVID is that a lot of the music, COVID was the perfect environment for this new form of music to rise to relevance. For me, reggae music has always been based on being rebellion music and outspoken music and music about almost criticizing environment and reflection of conditions in which you live in, and that being the main platform of spreading messages across diaspora as well, not just to Jamaica, but across the world. And I think what I found with COVID is the music that we listen to that is relevant now is a reflection of that time and how a lot of people was actually feeling in that moment, number one. And I think number two, when you mention the internet, I mean, COVID closed the music industry almost, the actual music industry, the cogs of itself. None of us, I'm sure there's regular Rototom people here that didn't see each other over the 2 years of COVID. There was no parties, there was no, but the people who was able to come forward during that time were the most rebellious, which were those people that were living within that culture. They continued to party, they continued to make music, they continued to express themselves within that thing as a rebellion to the music industry. So as much as a lot of the themes that I hear in the new music I don't agree with, it's also a natural reaction of what I see of ghetto youths that will consistently happen generation to generation if we don't learn to take heed from the last time things happened. There's a lot of parallel themes as well, as much as we can look into some of the ideologies of what these kids are singing about. They never invented these themes. I think the most modern theme is like banger phones and chopping. That's a modern crime. That's something that, but they've replaced other crimes and stuff like that. So I feel like the youngers have been given this title of inventing these themes when they definitely haven't. I just believe that COVID-19 definitely amplified that as the perfect environment for that to go forward. And I think we also have to look at how the music industry right now deals with young artists in that. I mean, we spoke to a lot of radio DJs and stuff like that because it was based on radio. One of the themes and questions that I was asking was stuff like payola, the music industry, the price to actually be an artist. What is the cost to actually get a song on the radio? What is the cost to shoot a video and become an artist? Now, there's a lot of these young, talented artists that do come from these impoverished places who are creating methods and ways for their voice to be heard, which, if it wasn't for those roots, we probably wouldn't hear those stories in the first place for us to have an opinion on their lifestyle. So for me, it's a double-edged sword. As someone that lives outside of the space where it's created, looking in, I see it and I get a lot of inspiration from young people that are making the best with what they've got.
All right, thank you. Talking about the pandemic causing certain things in the culture, I would like to play a song, actually the title song for this session, to show that there's various ways to deal with COVID and its effects on people.
You give with the vaccine till we're fully vaxxed. You know, give with the booster shot. Somebody just put her on the whatnot. She get the booster shot and ball out. Rosie get the booster shot and pass out. So she get the booster shot, she ball out. Give her the booster shot, she pass out. Yo, anyone make a girl booster, girl get the booster and go carry the news. Anyone make a girl booster, girl get the booster and go carry the news. Yo, Maxine don't get vaccine, no Lisa get jealous one booster. She get told you currently with the boots side effects, so she get a youth for the future. Me never boots up, we go give her the booster with the syringe.
Booster shot by
Booster shot.
Ching, as Donna pointed out, dancehall has always dealt with controversial topics, be it slackness, be it violence, be it the harsh realities of the inner city. But musically, for the longest time, it sounded always upbeat, positive. But now, since a couple of years, I think it started shortly before the pandemic, I guess with the emergence of trap dancehall, it now sounds quite dark and sinister. Do you have an explanation for this evolution of the music?
Pardon me. Go again.
If you have an explanation why the music turned from like
why
the
the
beats.
music changed? Why it changed? Or,
Yeah,
oh,
like the
that I mean.
beats, the rhythms.
Oh, the rhythms. All right, listen what I go on now. Them say, is that time when I place for everything. Back in the time when dancehall was changing, when they have, like, when Bounty Killer and Beanie Man them come on the scene and like, me say, back in the dancehall them time, that there, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, like, Capleton, like, Bujo and them artists there, they're the one who come and change the Not Buju, like, yeah, dancehall, Beenie Man, Bounty Killer, like the dancehall artists, them, they're the one who come and change what was going on before they bring that dancehall come about. So when dancehall was there before, and I think, yeah, it was reggae music, and then they come up with dancehall, start singing dancehall, and then everybody said dancehall this and dancehall that and dancehall blah and dancehall this. So it's just it's another changes again now, but only thing this one is changing with a difference. The dancehall changed with a whole difference with the young act and what them saying and them more blatant with Wagwan and something we never used to sing about, start sing about now. And then it have a following like a cult. It have a following like a cult. Somebody drop a song today and reach 2 million views by 2 days.
Yeah, all right, cool.
So the new dancehall have a following like a cult. So well, we can talk about it and try to tell them so that's not the way to go with it, but it's not slowing down and it's not stopping. So nobody can tell what's going to happen with it in the direction where it's going with these young youths. You see me? But the next thing is we don't have domino effects no more. Because one time you would have a song drop, a nice song bust in Jamaica now, and then you go hear it in Miami, then you go hear it in New York, then it's in the Caribbean and mash up the place, then you reach over Europe. No, you have to like bring your music, the music not coming out. So the domino effect, right, there's a breakdown. So sometimes we would have a all right, I'm out here now and the artists in Jamaica not touring Europe right now.
Yeah, but they're asking money that nobody here can pay.
Yeah, I understand. But different from that to some of the music them not reaching. I travel, I'm on the road from about the 3rd to 4th of August. I'm there a couple places. I've been over Giel, I've been Stockholm, I've been over in France. I'm traveling and some song would, like when I hear, I'm not hearing them. Why dancehall music, you get me? So we still have like some teachers there still try to tell the youth them and tell them what to sing. And the next thing, the young youth them not going to the right producers too. Them just have a little bridge, you know, them grow with it, them go school, they have a laptop, they and play 2 things, and then them record it, and then them say, yo, this it, you know, and then them they even mix it. It half balance, and by tomorrow morning, them pay the selector, they want $10,000, and them start play it, and I say the biggest thing. And through maybe that DJ have a name, and him I say the biggest thing, people start believe him. So it's just a whole heap of thing we're going right now. We cannot stop and can't turn back. You have to just try to teach the positive way in Wagwan with music, with Wagwan in the music right now. But some people within the space of one dancehall crowd right now and hear a song drop and the whole place a tear down and go on. Me used to get trapped in that too until me start see the bigger picture and the bigger vision. I say, yo, another way this you know, we have other people who want to hear nice things from it too. We have other people who love it too and want to listen and want to learn and want to go the right direction. Because me as a youth, I listen to artists who were there before me in the business. From ever since me step on the scene, I've been listening to artists. My music, them I sing, I try to all right, booster shot. Anybody else would have sing about a booster shot song would have sing it so you could even play it on the radio. You hear it play a while ago, and that song, it never edit. So I know how to sing certain song across where it now have a sound that. You understand? When people say, yo, what is this? You understand? And you have to understand Ching music. I'm the one who create the phrases and then sing about them. So I'm an entertainer. I would have said Ching is an artist. I'm an entertainer. So I will go, when I go out this, I'm going to buck my toe up on the wire and say, watch the wire. And then tomorrow morning, you see me at the studio, I say, watch your wire, watch your wire, watch your wire. And when I say that, I'm going to the best producers to tell him my idea, where him can help me to fuse with what I'm doing. So that means when we've done this project and ready to put it out, everybody can enjoy it. You understand? Yeah. So as I say, the direction of our music, it's slowing down because of what some of the youth them are saying, but there is a way. We just have to teach them the way. Some of them, they ever travel, they ever leave the island for no Wagwan outer road. You get me? Some of them can't even come right here so now and perform one of them hit song here with so much different people and we listen different type of music. But the music is so unclean, it can't ever perform here. Only for beep, 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 beep. So when I'm putting out a song, I try my best to not make sure say no beep at all, nothing in it. I'm try my best to not have no edit version. So I try to put out one song where can go for everybody and you feel good about it and your kids can listen it. But that dumb if we not talk. Ching!
I could imagine that the radio ban from last year had to do with a statement by the Jamaican Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, I guess not related to Joshua, who accused dancehall of being responsible for the violence in the country, which the violence is kind of harsh. We have to, we can't deny this.
Oh, man.
But how, like to other panelists, how do you feel
Violence
about
has
this?
always been there, man. Violence has always been there. Maybe true, we wake up and I hear certain music every day. I go across the island. But violence has always been there. I'm not going to blame the violence and I blame dancehall for the violence. Yes, I'm not doing that.
Can I add as well? I think people DJ less about violence now as well. It's different kinds of crime. Like one time, I used to listen to the music of my dad's generation. It was beer, gun talk, and that's coming off the back of political warfare and this and that. There's all sorts of things where this day, these kids' focus is money they're on. They're talking about money, and I think when you look at it, not saying there isn't violence, because there's still violence, but we're talking about the culture and what's represented as culture in music. I think there's a big difference between, again, a lot of these younger artists as well, I think we take them too literally. Like Ching just said, he's an entertainer. So many of these artists that if you to meet them, you see them on the YouTube and you watch them perform and you hear their content and you have them a certain way like this, but people, there's a lot of entertainment in it as well. People are human, people have experiences. People can look at someone's lifestyle and discuss somebody else's lifestyle. There's reflections. And if we're challenging the ideologies and we're challenging the stories in opposed to what the inspiration of the story is, then we're cheating the youth again in that sense, because it's their duty to talk about what affects them and what affects and moves their generation. I think, again, like I said, there's a big difference between commodity and culture. And I think a lot of these young artists, this trap dancehall thing, there's a commodity to it, and then there's a culture, and there's a hard line between that. And I think it's very hard for people to sometimes see the difference, but also they have a responsibility to know that people hear what these people are saying, and music is knowledge, and they will take it in and take it literally. So it's a double-edged sword.
Well, there's always been a kind of odd relationship between the music and the politicians, who are agenda setters and power brokers in the society. So the politicians use the music when it suits them, for example, on their political campaigns. So I remember the former Prime Minister, I can't forget this, I was working on a radio program, I do that sometimes. Former Prime Minister Bruce Golding, for one of his political campaigns, he used Buju Banton's Driver as his theme song. Now, I called his team and asked him if they knew what Driver was about. Driver, don't stop at all. Drop this Arizona down to Alabama. Do you know what the song is saying? Because collect that little food and come back quick. Driver. And because the song is about trafficking marijuana. That's what that song is about, right? And so politicians will borrow the music. They've been doing this from reggae days. And then they will turn around and chastise the music. Same thing happened with reggae. and Michael Manley, the rod of correction and all these things. And then Rastafari still went under a lot of sanctions under that government. So it has come forward. So the Jamaica Labour Party government under Andrew Holness used a lot of dancehall songs in the last election campaign in 2020. Were successful in September 2020. Andrew Holness is one of the persons who made dancehall dance, which a lot of you young people are following, popular in Jamaica. In December 2017, he went on stage at the Prime Minister's Youth Awards and did that dance with Cool Ravers, because Cool Ravers, as Chevrolet Grant, had gotten an award for culture. So there's all of that. But then so they are very ambivalent about
Embraces
it.
class.
They embrace it and then they dash it away.
Class.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
And even Clark
And his
comes
name is
from
Brogad,
Rastadale.
the dancehall name Brogad.
And Brogad comes from New Dancehall. So they borrow the themes because the public that they are aiming for, their major constituents and voters are working class people and ordinary Jamaicans who are also the main fan base of dancehall. So there's a way that it's a very paradoxical thing. But when it is appropriate, they throw dancehall under the bus and say dancehall is responsible for all the ailments of the society, not just violence. Young boys' grades in schools, the poor grades of boys in schools, dancehall. So there are a lot of ways that dancehall is blamed as the kind of social pull for many of the ailments of the society that really deserve and demand particular attention from these very sources who have responsibility for the public sector and the public administration of the society. Better resources should be put in place. As you see in the film, that little reflection at the end, Kurt Riley talking, but also you talking, Joshua, about the society needing a little better set of resources for many people so they can think differently. That is also important, but it is a cycle. Every other year or so, especially when there's an election coming or things are happening in a part of the society that is causing concern, we dash dancehall under the bus, put the Broadcasting Commission to work, and people get very excited and distracted, and we are on radio and TV programs, and they're writing in, and it's almost like a kind of distraction thing, because when they are focusing on that, on dancehall, then people are not as focused on what are the social changes that are necessary in the society. So dancehall serves as a kind of panacea, in my opinion. Yeah. People are able to release the stresses that they're feeling. The government can blame it now and then for whatever they want. And at the end of it, people are also entertained, people get to bus, and along the journey of busing, which I hear Ching talking about, people learn that you're not only speaking to your friends and your family in a little party, in a little community, you learn how to change what you're talking about so that a broader audience, like the people sitting in this room now, can hear the music, love the music, and want to be a part of it. So a lot of the young artists will eventually get here. Yeah. They're on a journey. Yeah. They start without a lot of knowledge. They're just talking what they hear, and they're mixing the formula, and the gun is a part of the formula, the scamming is a part of the formula. And before scamming, it was selling ganja. Sugar Man, I talk about it. These things. So it's a same themes coming up, and it's a journey they're on, and I'm confident that a lot of them are going to be sitting like right here. We'll have a couple of them in the future, maybe 5 years' time.
And then the internet again make them get them break quick.
Quicker than usual. Yes.
One time you used to have an artist where you have to put the stamp on you if you get a break. I used to walk with a red carpet, an actual red carpet, a carpet that you walk with in your house. That's when me walk with to get my break in our party.
Yeah, I remember that.
So the party with the DJ way over there, and the party ram up, I have my carpet with me, and I travel with it. I travel from miles. I live all the way in Stone Hill. And then I have to go all the way to Weddy. That's in Dunbar. And then sometimes they are Passa, run a Fletcher's Land. Then sometimes, Passa downtown. Then they are Fletcher's Land. So I'm going to have this carpet I travel with to get my break. Yes. So when we go into this party now, then the artists them, established artists them, that the big artists them, then I order the party them. So when me go there with my carpet now, I tell the DJ, say, DJ, please, just when you say All-Star, roll out the red carpet. Before my name, Ching, my name was All-Star. So All-Star walking with the red carpet. The carpet weigh 120 pounds, and me weigh 130 pounds. So the carpet almost heavier than me. Yeah, I'm going to use the carpet like an Aladdin carpet. Because I go to the parties, I'm going to roll out the carpet, and then me and my team, or the dancers, them just start dance on it. And then Bling Dog way over there, so Movada way over there, so Bounty Killer way over there, so the crew way over there, so and them I see the whole action. Them I say, yo, the youth, the bad. Who him with the carpet? And this now I start get brand as the youth to the red carpet. So getting brand with the youth to the red carpet, then I make them know say All-Star my name. So from there now I start do some little catchy phrases on microphone. Like I take the microphone and I say, ching, 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 ching. I got diamonds and pearl for the world. Ching. So from there, the people them catch on to the ching now, and then the bigger artists them now just start say, yo, that is you, ching, yo, we rate him, we love him vibe, yo, Ray. So from there now, we put a little intro on Elephant Man song. Ellie, Blasi, All-Star got diamonds and pearl for the world, ching. And then from there, so now my thing just start grow. So I get a stamp on my name before I go through the gate. So it's like them grow you first and then them put you through. Nowadays, a youth just take up him phone, bam, 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 and him gone viral. And everybody say, man, the artist thing, and then everybody a look for him, a video him, and them don't know nothing about him. They know if him can write a song, they don't know if him can... You see me? So it's just a blind thing going on right now. You see me? So we just have to work with it and see what's going on right now. We can't, as I say, we can't stop it and we can't track it and we can't do nothing about it right now.
Thank you. Love that.
Since the worldwide rise of Afrobeats with its uplifting melodies and positive and most of the times very radio-friendly lyrics, commercially, dancehall seems to be more and more on the back burner, I have the impression. How do you all feel about this?
Afrobeat was the dancehall. What would they have? Back in the days, the Afrobeat that right now. You know the dancehall is full of melody, and make you happy as you hear it, and you want to listen it 500 times, and it just make you happy. The dancehall is where the African them love and see, and just capitalize with a different flow from where them are do. But it's our dancehall it come from. Our nice part of the dancehall back in the days. Every song we used to put out, all the artists, him sing 500, him sing for one whole day, one line 500 times for one day. To get it right. And then tomorrow him come again and him have the instrument they play, then him have over here play, then him have the brother they beat the drum, then him have the brother they round there. So different fusion and with where him has the melody where him have put on the record, give us the happiness there. Where unite people and make everybody happy. That was the dancehall before. That was the dancehall all they have. Where Afrobeat, see, we're losing and grab onto. That's how I look at it.
Well, there's a relationship with the Afrobeat and Jamaican music. For example, Fela Kuti and the kind of relationship with, Jamaican reggae music coming forward. I think that what is happening today, though, is that because Afrobeat had been pushing outwards a lot and it's coming from the continent and it has a relationship to the music, to Jamaican music, that many people are gravitating towards it in a kind of I would say, surge of excitement, because a lot of it, if you listen to some of the songs and if you understand what they're saying, some of the songs are singing about weed and rum and everything in the same way. So they're actually singing a lot of people, because you're not understanding the language clearly. Because some of the songs are singing about some of the same things that dancehall is singing about in a lot of ways. Exactly. So Burna Boy has come to Jamaica and he made a return visit recently, a kind of pilgrimage. Because many of the artists want to be connected to Jamaica because they see Jamaica as a kind of locus, a kind of home base for them. So they come and they want to be with the Jamaican artists. They want to go and meet Bounty Killer and Sizzla and go Judgment Yard. And I happen to be at Weddy. I am the professor who goes to the parties at night sometimes. So I happened to be at Weddy the night when he turned up there quite unexpectedly last month. And there was a huge excitement. So the artists come to Jamaica as well for a kind of, I think it's like a kind of pilgrimage to say they've been there and they are bonding and they go and they perform and they do a tune at Tough Gang Studios. It's a rite of passage.
Yeah, man.
So it's important to them.
The biggest Afrobeat artists, we are their motive art.
Yes.
We who them look on and love what we are do and try. Whiskey even tell us a Cartel is his mentor. Like Cartel a theme. Like when him see Cartel I do make him do what him do. Whiskey put out something about that. Look on Burna Boy. Him say him a watch Sizzla like him there somewhere and say Sizzla. And him a look on Sizzla before him even get the break and him a say, yo, Sizzla Kolonji, yo, someone be like Sizzla. Him even tell her that. You understand?
And I'd add to that as well, I'd say, Jamaica, I think a big problem in the conversation for me personally is I think in Jamaica, the government, the authorities, the people in charge, I think culture is Jamaica's biggest export to the world. There is no bigger export than culture from Jamaica.
Really start, brother. Really start. Yeah, man.
And I think the vehicle of culture has always been reggae music, synonymously with Rastafari again, with these things that have really spread across the world. And consequently, this has been happening for such a long time that every single part of the world has its own pseudo version of Jamaican culture. You have Trinidad music, you have Afrobeats, you have British dancehall, you have South American dancehall. I come to Rototom, I hear sonics of reggae music and dancehall that I've never heard before, that people are authentically making here as their voice. And I think what needs to be appreciated and understood for Jamaica to really come into its power the way that it actually should and deal with some of these issues is that we need to respect that culture is that it is the biggest export, and a lot of that culture comes from the ghetto. It's ghetto youths that make that. They're the people that keep it alive. Again, COVID-19 was the greatest example of that. When the music industry closed, there was young Jamaican artists still working and busting and getting their voice out to the world. For me, that's a positive thing. That's never been a negative thing. And the fact that technology gives them the ability to now do that shouldn't be looked as a negative thing at all. So I think the main thing for me is there's a disparity between the older generation and the younger generation. The older generation don't understand the younger generation don't understand the older generation. And if you really experience the lifestyles and you look at people and like what, I can't remember who said it. Somebody said it in the documentary, you have to eat where they eat, sleep where they sleep, live where they live, feel what they feel, and then at that point, then you can pass an opinion and have an opinion like that. But I think, again, we need to keep a strong eye on what is culture and what is commodity, because in this day and age with the explosion of reggae, people talk about Jamaica with trap dancehall, reggae is dying and boom. Reggae and dancehall has never been bigger in the world than it is right now. You can look at the statistics. You can travel the world. You travel, we see it. We go to places. It has never been bigger than what it is. The issue is it what we want it to be? Does it fit your ideology? Are the words what they're saying making you feel uncomfortable? Sometimes you have to hear some song, man, and know what reality is. It's not all just partying, even though partying and enjoyment is the vehicle that brings us all together in order for us to share these ideologies and these things.
But I want us to not forget about the kind of word sound power, because when we talk about word sound power, we tend to think about Rastafari, rebel music. But word sound power is also about using lyrics and sound to shock people, to sort of beat against the system, to insist on change, and dancehall does that in its own way. So apart from being entertaining, it's rebelling against what exists. People want change. They want better things. They want to be seen. They want to be empowered. They're asking for that kind of change. And they do that in the music. They're quarreling about the problems in the inner city. They're quarreling about the lack of resources. And they sing about it in the music using words that are shocking. So the words shock your system. And people complain about the words, but the words are very deliberate, because this generation, and probably the one just before, are a different set of people from, say, persons who came of age in the 1980s or the 1990s. People talk about themselves as 2,000 people. They were born in the early 2000s. They are adults. Totally different era. Different set of things that they're dealing with. And they are using words that maybe when I was growing up, we would be shocked. Right, and when you look back in the past era, songs that came out in Mentor that were banned, it's like Night Food. I mean, some of these songs sound, if you look at some of the songs that were banned in the 50s, because Jamaicans have had a long history of banning everything, even when the music wasn't being played on radio. They were banning the music. Jamaicans like to do that. Very repressive ideologies about the music. And some of the songs that were banned in the 1950s, before we play the music on radio, it's like fairy tale and nursery rhymes when you listen to them now. And some of the songs that were even banned, for example, in 2008, when Vibes Cartel and Spice's song was banned. What's the name of that song again?
Ramping Shop.
Ramping Shop. Ramping Shop today is like Dolly House, as we say in Jamaica, because this is 2023, 15 years later. We passed the Ramping Shop. It's much more explicit because this era is different and things are wide open.
That's why I was saying you have that change where dancehall get. I don't know if it's every 10 year, 20 year or when, but it go on way there with the young generation. Yeah. And them have a whole cult following and go on back at them.
Yes.
Whole heap of people, as them drop a song, reach 1 million views by tomorrow. So, them have a whole young picnic and bring up the numbers. When I check it, all of them little young ones, all them followers, them, and some little people who go to school, who have access to phone. So I tell you, so them have a cult following and go on with different.
And they know how to use the internet.
Yes.
They are making use of the technology of their time.
And
I think, and the phone. And I think music, Two things work hand in hand, technology and music.
Yes.
When, I don't know, when Toby first started beat the Casio piano like this, somebody must have looked at him and said, nah, man, that is not live band.
Yeah.
Yeah? You have to ban that, you have to stop that, you ruin dancehall, yeah? And then that becomes the imprint, and that becomes the standard, and just again, every generation has their time, and we have to be the facility. And
So,
also, to add to what you're saying, Ching,
Yeah.
about the change in dancehall right now,
Yeah.
all music, all art, all life works in cycles, and I think the people that want to hear the more revolutionary music, I want to hear the rebel music, be prepared for that change. Don't let that change catch you slipping,
Don't
because
let that change
everything
catch you.
works in cycles. Just how we have
Yes, man.
this, there is balance to everything. So I just want to reach out to the young artists, them that feel that energy right
So
now.
all
I just
thing we
say,
can do is talk
it's
to
your
them.
time to use the technology and make your voice heard as well,
Yeah,
because
man.
there's more than one story.
That's what's going on right now. All thing we can do is talk to them, because we cannot stop it. It's that time where the change come back now, but it come back more drastically.
Somebody said to me the other day, imagine if Afrobeats developed a revolutionary voice like reggae did in its early stages. How much more powerful would that be? Imagine if the messages was, which I believe some of the messages are, again, because I can't translate. I just hear a song and I rock to the vibes and I know that I like it. But again, these are the same vehicles. It's all one. It's all one family. It's all one unity, or one banner, united under one thing there with reggae music, and we have to really overstand that and use that to our advantage.
That is it. Reggae, that's why I love reggae music. I keep me chill. So when me go in a dance hall and me just perform, me just gone over on reggae side. And me go link my brother Samurai, because me and Samurai is a good friend. So me just go sit down at the yard more time with Samurai and just listen to some nice reggae music and calm my soul. Even though I'm in the dance hall, I'm a par with reggae artists. You see me and Lila par, me and Samurai par. More time I go link Winter. More time I just link the reggae artists, them the producers, them I just stay in the reggae circle. And when time comes, I back over in the dance hall and I do what I do. But the reggae music is what chill my soul and keep me up and keep me going and focus.
One thing that I hear a lot about current dancehall, trap dancehall, is that people cannot dance to it.
Yeah.
As a dancer, Ching, what do you say?
Well, this is it now. Even with dancing change, because with dancers, them start do hip-hop dancing now. When we say hip-hop dancing, I mean like...
Break dance.
Yeah, like...
Breaking.
So you're not have this no more. You're not the wheelie bumps no more. You're not have the cheese no more. You're not have them no more. You have this now. Yeah. So even the dancing change. So if you check it, you have 5 man I do that. Like me don't know what of them. So we now have the bogle feel. It cannot go away. But the dancers, them who grow up, them have to know say, if you have a dance, you have to look up to bogle, Mr. Wacky. If you're a dancer, you're not talking about bogle, you're not dancing, brother. Bogle, Mr. Wacky, you have to do the research. That is the man who Ching idolize. Why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. I never get to meet him before him pass off. At them time I was going to school. But one day, I can't forget going through Afro Tree. And I was going across the pedestrian crossing. Here comes Mr. Wacky in his van, pull up at the stoplight and dancing in the van. And me as a youth going to school, just looking at him like this. And I said, wow, that's what I want to be. I want to do that. And come always watch him on TV. I bust him dance, move them, and him go around and him. And me I say, yo, this is it. Because when them man they dance, you feel it to your bone. So me I make the dancers them don't say, if you're not following that to like capitalize on when Mr. Wacky leave off or try push the vision there to walk one. Because Bogle take it to the top, way up. So the new thing will not come with it now. It not reach. It not reach. All right, I sing about breadfruit. I sing a song named Breadfruit. And the reason why I sing about breadfruit, I don't just sing about it because I get up and want to sing about breadfruit. We grew up in a community where a lot of breadfruit trees there. So sometimes when we don't have a meal, we go and pick some breadfruit and we roast them by the riverside and we have it for dinner. You get me? So on a countless a night we do that. Instead of we're up on the street, I try to rob somebody or I try to do illegal things to get a bread, we pick 2 breadfruit and we get some ackee and some saltfish and we roast the breadfruit and we also roast our fry. Who wanted roast, get it roast. Who wanted fry, get it fry. You see me? So that's how we come and sing about breadfruit now and put a dance move to it. And the song is so big. Anywhere I go, it's like me not sing no more song. That's what the people must say, yo, breadfruit, and them have fun with it. So that's how me know say, yo, even though we have the violent part of the music, there is a good side. You have the devil, so you have God. So for you have bad, you must have good. So me up on the good side. Me I go and stay over here and do what me I do. It's a challenge with the other side. But
young youth, we look up to you as well, you know, that like Mr. Wacky to some young youth as well now, you know.
I want to,
you have Kaka High Flames and all them people. Like there's some young youth where I did it like.
Yes, them look at you there. All right, me have a whole team of dancers. Me have a whole community of dancers. Me have a whole heap of inner city youth where me are help today. And the escape route for most ghetto youth right now is music and dancing. Most of the youth them where they run ching and there's some inner city youth from the community them where can't see them way out. And me, I give them a view out. So my team name Get There. And we consist of more than 15, 20 dancers tonight. And most of the youth them come from different community, but when time come, we gather up and we go and push the music and push the songs and push good vibe and cleanness, you see me? Yeah, so that's the whole vibe about Ching and the mission. My mission is just to make the people happy and make everybody have a good time, because life is short.
But this thing about the dancing though, Pete, and I hear it coming out in the conversation, is that since about 2012, the dancehall dancing has become a big thing, and it has sent the music across Europe and everywhere. So Bogle, as you know, the king, Mr. Wacky, becoming very important. Last night, I was at the dancehall area, and I watched Famous, who is a Jamaican dancer, teaching people steps. This is a very big thing in dancehall now. So we have teams, and I write about this in Man Vibes. It's mainly men, but you have women. And they take the music and the dance with them in the way that they carry the dance across the world. So, yes. So the music, even the new songs, and we have they talk about 3 different schools of dance. So we have old school, which is the one that you talk about with Bogle and the others on the floor. Most people are not able to catch that because they have not broken it down into steps. You have to be really good as a non-Jamaican to catch those dances. But then you have middle school, and now we have new school, and a lot of the dances are being built even before you have a song for them. So the dancers are out there creating a whole bag of dances and naming them, yes, and training people. So we have all the camps. I've been to quite a few camps across Europe. And the camps carry the music, they carry the culture, they carry the information, so they carry also the artists, and everything goes with that. So people are dancing to the new dancehall songs,
yes,
and they create a lot of dances. So the teams that Chicken Ching is talking about, a lot of teams are on the ground in Jamaica. Yeah. They are touring and traveling, and some of you in the room, I know some of you are learning the dances with them. I see some faces that I know. They follow the dances, and even the dancehall queen competition that is being, came back last year, and the ones that are held across Europe. The dancing becomes a very important part of this thing. So the dances are the whole heap of dance is being created as, yes, we speak, to every song that is being built.
So what I was trying to bring across is, if I move my feet like this, me alone come here and say I have a dance move and I do my feet like this. I'm doing this because I want you guys to do it with me. I want you guys to catch what I'm doing. But now, you have 5 persons doing so much flash garden stuff, you can't catch it that easy. So you have to rehearse. So the trap dancer make the dancers them today dance like that.
So they take it from the streets into the studio and they break down the steps.
Yes.
And
so
then
the
people
trap,
catch
yeah,
it.
so the trap dancer, so it trap now, so it lead with dancers them to start dance like Yankee now.
Foreigner.
Like foreigner. Yeah, like them flick up them out and roll and yeah.
And count off the steps.
Yeah, so the authentic style we have with a commerce and say, yo, this would be like a move and catch it and everybody want to catch it. No, you don't have that no more. We don't have the dance. So like Gabidan have a routine right now. Routine is the thing we're on the place now. And you have to be looking to catch this routine. So the routine on top we're on the place now is the drift routine created by Gabidan. Yeah, the dance song, move created by Gabidan. TJ sing the song. Famous is a part of my crew, but he migrate and live here now. Yeah, so he's a part of the Get There squad too. Gabby Dan is a part of the Get There squad too. You have Energy, which have the dance move, then buff them with the song with me and Leela was just released. Yeah, so we have different moves, so we still a try to make the people, like when them see it, they want to do it, everybody. So if me go to me alone as a dancing artist, me can go up on a stage, and me alone can make the whole place move without have a team on it with me. Because when I come on the stage, I want you guys to party with me. I don't want to be on the stage doing what I'm doing and you not doing it. I want you to do it with me. So I point the direction for you guys to dance with me. So that is the whole vibe, what Chi-Ching Ching talking about. If me do the flash dance, everybody now can do it same time with me at the time on the stage. You get me, I say? Yeah, so that's why I go so. Rock the world now, rock the world now, rock the world now, rock the world now. Simple and easy. So Chi-Ching Ching bring the easy dancing. If you check from back in 2016, them time they went way up and stay up is the dance move where come and make everybody start dance back. When we go way up, because the dance is so easy, no bathroom training required, no wall mirror needed. You just hear the song and just start way up, stay up. Yeah, so that's the whole vibe.
Before we open it up to the public, I want to give Donna the chance to talk about the female type of dance, as described in the book, Dancer Queen. Maybe you can just explain the phenomenon of the Dancer Queen and explain also what is subversive about it.
Well, the book talks about, we wanted to do a book on Dancehall Queen because the phenomenon has gotten very big and it's also a part of the dancehall dance. So you, for example, a Dancehall Queen style that people learn, and it's a part of the competition. But women in dancehall have always used the dancehall in a lot of ways, like covertly, to get some level of empowerment, visibility, and agency. And if you look even now at the way that the dancehall dance industry has developed, it's very male-dominated. So the majority of dancehall is male-dominated. It's a very, they used to say, patriarchal space, so women have always had to push. Dancehall, of course, allows women more opportunities than other forms of Jamaican music. So women were able to use like how they dress, how they pose, how they model, how they position their bodies to get attention and visibility. And the book talks about, talks about the phenomena, looking at the dance style, looking at the work of Carleen Smith, the original dancehall queen, and her sister Pinky, who died recently. Rest well, Pinky. Funeral is on September 17, and it talks about the fashion and the style and the attitude that causes phenomena to be so big from the 90s coming forward, and the contest that started in 1999 after the film that Island Records did was released in 1997. So we talk about that, and the book is broken down into chapters that speak about the fashion. There's a chapter on the music, so we talk about the different forms of music, but speak a lot about dancehall, and some a bit about trap dancehall, talk about dance. There's a whole chapter on dance that reflects on the way that women's bodies are used in a lot of ways to, again, subvert, fight against, push against the kind of restrictions, because using the female body in different ways against the ways that norms are suggested as to how to behave politely, behave in a lot of restrictive ways, is important in kind of breaking down a lot of the barriers that women face. And so we find that across different areas, Europe, Latin and South America, for example, that many women are using dancehall queen style and dancehall queen dance and coming to Jamaica in a lot of ways on pilgrimages to dance in the streets and to learn the steps. They are using that to empower themselves, to create opportunities, for example, for businesses, opportunities to be seen. They are here performing. I watched some of them last night. They perform, and they in a lot of ways push against the structures that restrict female movement of the body and positioning of the body in different ways. How you dress, what are you supposed to reveal and not reveal. So the book talks a lot about the history of that phenomena, what it is like now, how the dance and the music is connected to that, and the fashion. It has pictures in it. We talk about dancehall queen. Robin Clare, who is in Australia, who does a lot of dancehall work, also gave us permission to use some of her images. So we have like the butterfly image, Carleen's signature image as an insert, and we put it on page 88 where we have Carleen. So there's a lot of reflection in a lot of ways on not just the music and the dance, but the culture and the role of women, particularly because of the way that we see the way that the space is being colonized is really very male-dominated. So women are pushing very strongly against that and trying to find continuous opportunities, while, of course, crossing different borders, language. And so this book is done, it's a bilingual, we did it in Spanish and English deliberately, so that we could have a broader audience, because we have a wide audience in Latin and South America who are interested in dancehall. So from the Dancehall archive, I published an article of mine that was done in English. We republished it in Spanish and put it up on the internet, on the website, on other spaces. And this book is really a kind of tribute, not just to the women in Jamaica from the streets, from the inner cities, but also the women across the world, Latin and South America, Europe and elsewhere, who are using the phenomena to empower themselves, to also learn about Jamaican culture and music, and to really build out, in a lot of ways, what has become a very popular scene and a very popular framework. The first time I saw the dancehall dance thing outside of Jamaica being, packaged in a way, in a lot of ways, was at Rototom in 2009 in Italy, in Osopo, Italy, when we were there, and they had a dancehall tent. And it was Nina is now in politics in Sweden, but it was Nina and Sikined. Remember that time? They were in the tent and they were showing the dance and they were saying, we are taking it, we are going to other places in Europe. I was very fascinated. 2009, Nina Mikowski and Sikined. And so they were the ones I saw with my own eyes doing that thing. Now it's an important part of all the events, whether they are Jamaican or they are outside of Jamaica. So the music and the dance and the way the body is used and the fashion has gone very big. And I'm very pleased to be able to document some of it with my co-editor, Carla Lamoy, for people who are trying to get more information about it. So we have the book here, and this is the first time I'm seeing the book. It came here when I was traveling, so this is my first eyesight of, this is my 7th book. I write a lot. So this one is here, and we have copies available. But I'm very pleased because it's a pretty little book. It looks very feminine, petite, feminino. See? So we are really pleased to have this book available. And I hope that you guys will love it and be informed and inspired by it. Thank you.
I would love to talk some more about this very interesting book, but time is running, and I'm afraid we only have like 1 or 2 questions from the audience. So please make use of this time and ask your questions to our special guests.
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Amelia. I have a question to the 6 Gs, to Donna. To the 6 Gs, is it that because of these viral sensations that these artists are getting, because of the monetization on YouTube and such, and the scamming, hence why they don't even care about the messages that they're bringing into the message, even though Bob said the music is in the message is in the music and the music is in the message? Is it because of that they don't care, because they already have the money, they don't care anymore about the message?
Testing, yes. I think what has happened, and we have been kind of talking about it on the panel, is that because they are able to bust almost immediately without having to go through the different stages. I mean, people are producing themselves. Their friends are producing them. So they don't have to go through the kind of different stages of production. So people don't have any regard then for many of the other areas that people used to have regard for. And as we said, I believe that over time, if they are intent on remaining artists and going elsewhere, then you'll see some of them kind of modifying and transforming that. But right now, many people already have the money, and so they want to be in the industry. So it's a kind of different, it's a reversal of what used to happen. So it's different.
And to Ching Ching, the great dancer of all, I grew up, I must say, I'm a 90s kid. And I grew up with Waki and all of them. And when Waki dropped out, trust me, I had a dance group when I was much younger. And your dance move, all of them, yeah, me like them. What do you say about these flash moves, as you call them? What do you say about them? How can we, like, have them easier to be taught? Because I do catch a few of them, but there are so much dances all the time.
As what I was saying, you can't stop what's going on right now. So it's either you're going to learn or you're going to leave behind. I swear, it's moving. The ship is moving.
Fast.
It's really fast.
So, we just know say you have a set of dancer, we do the fast dance them, but we over here so keep it natural and try to show and teach about bogle and bogle moves same way. Even though we have some, if I check my moves them, right? Like, they're easy to do. So when we drop a dancing song, everybody can do it quick. When you hear some of them fast songs, people don't know what to do, so everybody just do their own thing and just, you understand, and just know say that. Even if the song talking about dancing, you understand? Yeah. So as I said to you, the ship is moving. And them getting more and more. The dancers them are getting more and more and more all over the world dancing like that. So the greatest thing though is dancehall influence them for do what them do. So a dancehall I go on same way overall, but you don't know, babes. You have to just try catch on. I swear to God. Yeah, man. Love.
We have 3 minutes left, so if somebody has a question for a short answer, this is your chance. We don't even have a question, then we have 3 minutes spare time.
There's one question in the middle
There's a
here.
question there somewhere.
Sorry, my name is George. I would just like to know what you would think is the biggest tune we should listen to right now. Ching Ching could go first. That would be nice.
Biggest tune I'm listening to right now? Well, there are quite a few of them, you know. I wouldn't say the biggest tune, but the tune I like. You see me? You have, well, I sing one of them, Life is Amazing with me and Samurai. That song is in my playlist like every day, you know. I listen to it right through. And I have an artist. His name is Castral, because I'm doing some producing now. So I have a label named Amir Entertainment. And I have an artist under that label. His name is Castral. And I'm listening to some of his songs then before it releases. And there are some nice songs because I'm going to point him in the direction where I'm supposed to go. Like, oh, I already know the direction, isn't me? But honestly, right now, I don't have a special song that I love like that where I get up and listen every day. But I have, like, random songs on my playlist where I just get up and listen. And I can say the names, like some of the young acts, you know? This young youth named Najiri, you know? He have a little style where he just keep active more while, you know? And then I'm listening to this this other artist. His name is, what's his name again? They call him, for the Big Bones rhythm, Craft. Craft. I'm listening to Craft. To me, Craft, he have potential for reach on a different scale, depending on what his management team is thinking. But I don't if not that. But I'm listening to Craft songs. Yeah. And I'm listening to my artist. It's not really my artist, but it's my friend. His name is Zaga. He have some nice tracks out there where I listen to Zaga songs sometime. So it's because I'm in the dancehall space at all time with banging, 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 banging. Sometimes when I'm out, I listen to like some of the slow songs. Like Zaga sings some nice slow songs, you know. Craft song them hype, but you have some nice cool ones, you know. And even the young act Valiant right now, you know, we listen to Valiant in the playlist too. Yeah. Popcorn is always in my playlist. Sean Paul is always in my playlist, you know. Yeah. And Samurai. So those are the artists that I'm listening right now. But I don't have a special song. But Life is Amazing is my song because life is amazing every time. When you wake up and you have life is amazing. Yes, my brother.
Okay, before Muta Baruka goes on the main stage, I want to remind you that Chichiting is going to play at 2 in the morning in the dance hall.
Yes, I'm on the dance hall stage 2 a.m. in the morning. So everybody come out and we have a good time. We're going to dance and dance and dance.
And tomorrow we will be back at the Reggae University. Our first guest will be Inna the Yard at 5:15, and at 6:45 we will have a lone arc showcase with Willie Williams, Linville Thompson, and Roberto Sanchez. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I just want to say big up to Rhythm Magazine.
Rhythm Magazine, big up, big up.
Rhythm! Run the rhythm, run the rhythm, run the rhythm.
And the Almighty say, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth.
How you want to start?
Hanging out of my jaw.
Reggae is a people music. People coming together.
You know you're a superstar.
I'm a superstar.
I wanna jam it with you. And say no vow. We can do it anyhow. Jam it till the jam is through.
There's a war going on.
We're jamming.
You can't separate the music and the message.
Cause every day we pay the price.
And what is the message?
Sacrifice.
Peace.
Oh, life is worth much more than gold.
Bob, they try to kill you and your wife. And now you're choosing to return to Jamaica to play a peace concert? Don't you fear for your life?
So we gonna walk through the roads of creation.
My life is not important to me.
Are you satisfied
My life is for people.
with the life you're living?
Do you really think this world will make it?
Yes. There's no other way.
Exodus,
That's the source of your strength.
we know where we're from. We live in Babylon. We're going to our fatherland. We know where we're going. We know where we're from. Open your eyes and look within. Na, 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 na. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied with the life you're living?
One love, one heart, one destiny.